yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now, today we got Cardi B with that WAP love. Megan in an almost insta battle. Rick Ross pulling up on Kanye. We got 50 Cent and Nas on Jacob Blake. And Nas responds to Jay dropping stuff at the same time as he does. Yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. If this is your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell on the bottom. I was about to say on the side. Make sure you hit that like button in advance because you know what? It gives us the warm and fuzzies. Hey, yo, shout out to Percy Glasper who came through and said, yo, black women are so sexy and fine. Yo, bruh, I feel you. Sometimes, I know you're always thinking it, but sometimes it just hits you. You know what I'm saying? Michael Condon came through and said, now I gotta cuss for this one. My apologies in advance, okay? Any man that hits a woman is a bitch. I don't care what mood the man is in. If he hits a woman, he's a straight up effing bitch. Yo, check this out. Straight up, right? I ain't gonna say a man that hits a woman is a bitch. I'm just gonna say it's a bitch move. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't hit women myself, okay? Because, that's just not my style, and I've seen it happen in family before, and I didn't like it when I saw it. So I figured I ain't gonna do it. But I'm just throwing it out there, okay? Yo, Grant 125 said, hey, yo, don't forget that Black Lives Matter. Yo, respect Grant 125. See, the reason why we gotta say that is that folks act like it don't. And so this is why we have to constantly come out and talk about, yo, man, this is what matters, bruh. Now, look, first on deck is Cardi B, who was caught expressing her love for her husband on social media. It was a beautiful thing, and every man's dream, which is namely to be honored by his lady and made to feel like we're attractive. Yeah, I know, we're simple. Our fragile egos don't hear it enough. Now, Cardi B set the precedent. And ladies, if you're down with WAP and you approve of the expression of being able to freely express WAP, then please be down with these kinds of accolades from Cardi B as well for your men. Now, when we try, right, make us feel like it meant the world to you that we did. When we succeed, make us feel like we are the best. Yo, we know you're lying, but the fact that you tried to cater to our little egos, it matters. Now, anyway, Cardi came through and played Drake's song while telling us, this is me when I don't get woo-ha for more than 18 hours. I miss hubby. Close quote. Yo, she didn't say that to him that we know of, right? She told you out loud in front of him. Now, what man wouldn't feel incredible after overhearing his lady say that? Yo, I guess she got to thinking about Offset a bit, and it wasn't before long when she considered some of his more subtle features. Now, she also followed that post up with another post that said, okay, close quote. It said, quote, okay, so this might be weird, but one of the things that turn me on about my man is that he is really good in math. LMAO, close quote. Math? Goodness, Cardi? Yo, that's a bit vulgar, but not as vulgar as what Cardi expressed about the first lady. Yo, a Republican congressional candidate, right, decided to try to take a clap at Cardi B on Twitter, talk about, quote, America needs far more women like Melania Trump and far less women like Cardi B. Close quote. To which Cardi promptly clapped back and said, quote, didn't she used to sell that WAP? Then Cardi reloaded the clip and added a pic of Melania's in all birthday suited up and said, quote, yo, this pic giving me, yeah, you effing with some wet behind coochie vibes. Just saying, close quote. Woo! Yo, burn, right? Straight burn. Yo, there's your first lady, y'all. Don't come for Cardi, man. Especially when the log in your eye is colossal. Don't be looking for the little tiny bits in her eye, man. Come on. Now, Atlanta rapper Cash Talk decided to come out on Instagram and say his piece about the Megan Tory incident. Oh yeah, I appreciate some of y'all for trying to give me a title for that. Someone suggested we should call it Megan Gate. Like Watergate. Now, I ain't feeling that though, right? Because it implies that she's lying. And the bullet wound in blood and Tory's silence is all I need when it comes to evidence. I believe my sister, especially since she tried to cover my brother, but whatever. Cash Talk came through, mentioned, oh, Megan is 6 feet and Tory is 5'2". And then he added this. He said, we don't know what the hell happened in that car. Y'all know females be tripping in ish. All these cat behind rappers picking a side like little bees and ish. Close quote. Like, she didn't tell us explicitly what went down in the car, bruh. Yo, she said, right, with her face, right, that she was in the front seat, Tory was in the back seat. They finished arguing, and then she got out the car. I mean, it ain't complicated, bruh. Now, it would probably be different, right, if she was in the back seat. Because, you know, you could get slapped from the back seat, right? I mean, a couple of us have been slapped from the back seat. But she said Tory was in the back seat. You know how hard it is to jack someone up from the front seat passenger side, man? I've tried. Now, it's hard. Anyway, Cash Talk said that after Cash Talk said that, right, Waka Flocka came through and posted 200s, right? 200 emojis. The hot girl came back and said, he didn't make it past the 9th grade. I expect nothing less coming out of his mouth. Now, close quote. Now, everyone thought the shot was for Waka Flocka, which is clear, right? Why would she come for the person that co-signed when Cash Talk was the one that said something so explicitly in the post? Now, Waka came back and said, yo, I was just talking about a shirt, man. Damn, y'all think of me like that? Close quote. Now, Tammy Rivera, Waka's wife, stepped in and defended her hubby. I love it when women do this, right? Defended her hubby by posting the following. She said, what baffles me is that Megan, Waka has shown nothing but love and support from day one. He's DM'd you so many times sending support and condolences. So if you felt away, why not reach out instead of sending a disrespectful behind shot? Anyone knows I have no problem checking Waka's behind when he's wrong. I love women for this, right? Only thing he's wrong for is not paying attention before commenting on this damn post. In other words, Waka got in trouble that night. He has ownership of Dro Life clothing and gets excited when he sees people wearing it, which is the shirt the man is wearing. What's even crazier is that we talked about the situation and Waka said out of his own mouth, Tory was weak as F if he did that ish to Megan before we even knew it was true. And one thing I know for sure is that my husband don't play about any kind of domestic violence. Neither does the woman, Deborah Forbes, whoever that is, right? Who raised, oh, my fault, that's his mom, who raised him. I won't let nobody drag him, especially when I know it's an honest mistake. What happened to Megan was wrong on so many levels, but your anger is misplaced. We stand with you, not against you, sweetie. Congratulations on your hit single. Wow, I love women for this, right? And at Waka Flocka, in other words, she about to come for her husband now. Next time, pay effing attention when you commenting on ish, cause I ain't got time to be defending your behind for stupid ish. So, in other words, Waka got in trouble by his lady, right? Now, Megan and Tammy seem to have come to an understanding because Tammy later posted at Megan, Megan said her comment wasn't to Waka, but the man who said what he said. It's sad because the man don't even have a name at this point, right? I mean, from these women's standpoint, okay? I ain't trying to take no shots. As a woman, I can apologize and say my bad. The post that the Shade Room posted made it seem that she was talking to him, let alone all the comments dragging him for the dirt. I just know his intentions, and they are good. If I have to speak up for him, then I will. I don't give a F what anyone says, right? Classic wife stuff. I'm loving it. But this has me wondering, right? Exactly who has a 9th grade education and stopped right there? I mean, if everybody is paid and supporting their family, it really don't matter and all. But I'm just wondering, okay? A little over a week ago, Rick Ross was being interviewed by Billboard, where he made a few statements concerning both Kanye and 50. Now, Ross stated the following. He said, quote, he's talking about Kanye. He said, he had somebody reach out to me last week. I slept through the phone call, though. Now, Ross is one of those people. I just can't quite figure out if he's being serious, if he's being sarcastic. Usually, I'm real good with that kind of thing. You know, being able to differentiate between the two. Anyhow, Ross stated, quote, I just don't want to drop him on his head yet because it ain't clear to me what's going on. I haven't really did any due diligence. I'm just seeing what headlines come across, and we know a lot of that is inaccurate. So I'm going to wait for his phone call again, and hopefully I'm up to catch that mother effer and ask a few questions. He got to clarify some things, though. It ain't looking good. Close quote. Now, well, apparently, right? A phone call must have been made because Ross found himself at Kanye's warehouse with clothing samples all over the floor and looking like they worked on a track together. So, if I remember correctly, Kanye has an album coming out, right? It hasn't come out yet. He was caught with Lil Baby, right? Ross, he was caught with Ross too. He was caught with Dre. Justin, but that was for counseling purposes. He might as well get Nas, Rakim, Buster on the track, and while he's at it, add LL on there with Snoop and get Black Moon just to top it all off, for good measure. You see what I'm saying? Kanye, your album will be insane, bro. And it ain't like you don't got the money to pay these folks, okay? Whatever. 50 Cent chimed in on the latest incident involving the police in Wisconsin and Jacob Blake, expressing the same thoughts that all of us are expressing, which is, this is what 50 said. He said, quote, "If this wasn't attempted murder, I have no idea what's going on." Close quote. Yo, Fifth, I think all of us feel like we have no idea what's going on because half of these cops ain't being prosecuted, man, and it's driving us insane. If we saw the prosecution of these officers, then at least we could deal with that. But the mere fact that they just losing their job and getting put on paid leave is insane. Now, the true king, Nas, came through and made the following statement. He said, quote, "Jacob Blake, unarmed, popped 7 times in the back, coward-ish. Prayers to Jacob and his family." Close quote. Now, thankfully, right, Blake is alive, but is it too much to ask that we get attempted murder charges, man? I mean, is it a crime for us to get some attempted murder charges? Because if I did that, it would be attempted murder charges. In fact, they would have still put me under the system, right? And I just found out the man was stopped. I just found out this morning, right? I thought I knew the incident. They popped him. All I know is who popped him. I just found out today he was trying to break up an argument with 2 Caucasian ladies. So he tried to break up an argument with 2 Caucasian ladies, and these dudes came out here like, excuse me, sir, what are you doing? And then chased him to the car and popped him. Whatever. Don't get me started, right? I'm starting to sweat. And finally, Nas has stated, right, that he was slated to have a verse released with Biggie on Gimme the Loot. Yeah, I know it's devastating because it never happened. Now, Nas gave his reason as to why he wasn't able to make it on that album, and I'm pretty disappointed with Nas on this. He said, quote, "I got too high. I was in the studio, and Big was rolling up some of that chocolate from Brooklyn, and he didn't warn me." Close quote. Yo, Nas, King, you know what chocolate do, my guy. Come on. Anyway, he continued on. He says, "It was just, I was zonked out, yo. There's pictures of that session out there. Yeah, we were supposed to do a couple of songs." You were supposed to do a couple of songs with Big? Come on. Anyway, he continues on and says, I was going to remix some stuff for Ready to Die." Close quote. Now, he was asked why he didn't return the next day to the session. Yo, return to the next day. Why didn't you go the next day? Nas's response was, quote, "I was still high." Close quote. Before adding that it was hard to get him to move because, he was staying in Long Island. He didn't feel like making that trip to the city. I completely feel him, man. I mean, I wouldn't want to make the trip to the city too. You know what I'm saying? And finally. Now, we reported a story to you a few days ago, right? Some of y'all was like, "Oh, y'all trying to start something. We ain't trying to start nothing. Okay? Oh, by the way, what's the name of that dude? The dude came through in the comment section and he said, "Yo, man," his name is Gregory Velasco. So I need to know when the Nas album coming out. Bruh, the Nas album just dropped last Friday, man, August 21st, okay? So hit up YouTube, check it out, and you're gonna love it, brother, because Nas, because it's Nas, period. That's all I gotta say. Now, finally. We reported to you a few days ago, right, concerning Nas, album being dropped, and when his album is dropped, a lot of times Jay-Z winds up dropping something the same day, right? Folks is like, "Oh, y'all trying to start something." No, we just talk about our observation, man. Now, I even stumbled into an old clip of 50 Cent from about 2 years ago who made the same observation. Take a listen. Now, Nas was asked about this occurrence, right? This common occurrence by the Breakfast Club. And his response was the following. He said, "I think there's an energy that we both have where maybe we work around the same time." Now, DJ Envy tried to cut him off to give him a rundown, right, of the times when Jay-Z dropped something at the same time, right? And see, it wasn't just us, right? Like, it was an observation, a suggestive one, but an observation nonetheless. The king responded by saying, quote, "That's a hell of a coincidence." Close quote. Say no more, Nas. You a king. We got this. Yo, let us know what you think. Did not this man speak like a true boss? And I ain't taking nothing away from Jay, right? The man definitely moves like a king in his own right. I give him his props. But to me, Jay is kind of like, you know who reminds me of? He's like M'Baku, right? In Black Panther. Remember? Like, he was a king, right? But he wasn't Black Panther. You follow what I'm saying? And Nas is like Black Panther, and Jay is like M'Baku. You know what I'm saying? Yo, maybe I'm crazy. Don't shoot me, man. It's just my opinion, please, okay? Yo, let us know what you think. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.